Yeah, you. You know what time it is. It's time to get to the man cave.
Yo, yo, yo.
What up?
Relax Wednesday. It's my favorite day. Hump day, middle of the week.
Good old relax.
Chilling, have a beer or smoking. Talk to the world, man, or whoever listening. What's going on though, man? How you feeling today? I know we was just here Monday, but
you know. Feeling good.
2 days. It's nice outside. Got shorts on.
Yeah.
Crazy, ain't it?
I love this weather.
Yeah. 2 more games tonight. Yeah, 2 more games tonight. So that's gonna be good. Good Wednesday. Yeah, so we back again. You know what I mean? What episode is this? You the one keep track of them or put them on there. I don't even remember. And that right there, folks, tell you that he don't remember. We'll get back.
Listen, it's 12 or 13.
I know, something like that. We'll get back to you on that. But we are here, man. Chop it up for a second, man. Give y'all some insight and some thoughts from our head. You know, we ain't trying to beat nothing into your brain. You ain't got to agree with us or none of that stuff. It's just our opinion. So nothing to be offended about if we ever say anything crazy, because we going to say something crazy. I'm just telling you. Just want people to know that before we do any show or any show that you watch, because we going to say something crazy. But we are never trying to be offensive to nobody. So with that being said, man, today I want to talk a little bit about parenting, man. The different things that go into parenting, you know, the differences in parenting boys and girls. You know, I know you got one of each, you know, so it'll be some good insight. I think we can get maybe some good advice. People, you know, a lot of people can go through, can relate to it. So, you know, schooling, stuff like that. We'll see where it goes. You know, we start and then it just go where it go. So since you do have a boy and a girl, I do want to start with that, the differences, man, because I helped raise 4 boys. So I want to know, like, how was it raising a boy and a girl?
My boy was easier. Way easier.
Yeah, how? Elaborate.
Well, in every aspect of me, but I mean, Dom was a different type. I feel like he was mellow. He was chilled all the time. You know, potty training's way easier with boys than it is with girls.
How though? How so? Do they learn quicker, or is it it's easier to?
It's that, yes, they learn quicker, and then, you know, you don't got all that little extra stuff, because, you know, girls you gotta make sure you wipe, you know, front to back.
Right. Yeah, I was about to say you gotta wipe right.
Do all that stuff. Make sure they keep themselves together. You know, do different things. You know, can't be wiping your ass the wrong way.
No, when I had to do that with the grandbaby, bro, I didn't know what to do, and then I'm like, oh shit, like that's. All right, go ahead.
I mean, you throw a Cheerio in the toilet and be like, hey, boy, you know, get it in there. You know, make it a game. It's easier for them.
Right.
But, I mean, you know, I guess as they get older, the differences of what they pick up first, who picks up what, you know.
Like dealing with them, like, period. Like, you know, attitudes and stuff like that, stuff they ask you, like, you know how girls are, a lot of emotions, stuff like that. You know, boys are a lot of emotions, but they deal with them in different ways. Like, you know what I mean? What are some of the differences, like, between the two? Like, you know what I mean? Like, some of the things you encounter with your son that you didn't have to encounter with your daughter, and vice versa. And, you know.
I think girls pop out with that straight attitude like they're 30 years old already.
How old is your daughter now? Well, I know, but tell the world, you know.
Well, she about to be 13.
13.
And she act like she's 22. Straight. I mean, she don't really get that way with me. It's more or less towards her mom and everybody else. But, you know, with me, it's more of that's my dad. And, you know, if he's disappointed in me, then she's upset. You know, with Dom knows, you know, he's the hardened boy. You know, he knows. But he's still got that sensitive side to him, which I'm glad he does. I don't want him to be no emotions at all. I'm glad he does have that little bit of a sensitive side.
I think it's more of like understanding. Like, I know, like, you my dad, I'm the man. Like, I'm a boy. You know, it's the understanding. Like, I know I'm gonna mess up and you gonna be disappointed. But I can take that because I am a boy. I am a man. Not saying that women can't, It's just the understanding that we have as father and son, or that you should have. All I gotta do is do what I need to do, and you won't be disappointed at me. It's kind of an understanding that you just kind of have. So I get it. I understand that. That makes sense. But so like when your son's mad, is it easy to get him to come around, or is it easy to talk to him about it? Like, do we, like how opposed to your daughter? Like, how does that work?
Well, it's definitely easier to talk to Dom.
Because I got the grandbabies, and a lot of them is girls. So I got a lot of nieces and nephews. My nieces, I didn't really have to raise them, you know what I mean? But these grandbabies, so I'm just asking you, because Zay, Zay is nuts.
She's a
wild 5
one.
and she is like 8 for real in her head. So that's why I want to know this stuff, like the differences.
Listen, Dom was easier to talk to no matter what. G was the one. She was always feisty. She always put up a fight. But I think she enjoyed it because afterwards she's like, all right, Dad, smile and go off and do what the hell said. But again, when it came to me, like when it was time to take a shower, go to bed, I had a schedule. I had her on set thing. So she was doing it. There was no problems.
Right.
When she was in a system, that's what it worked. If she goes outside that system, then she takes advantage of it.
I know that she call you for everything, though. How you feel about that? You like that she call you for everything? Would you rather her call you for everything instead of somebody else like her mom or anybody, just because that it's going to get handled?
Well, I love that she calls me.
Not saying that it won't get handled by nobody else. I'm just saying, when you control the situation because she called you.
Well, I know she calls me for everything. Like she's sick today. Like she's got strep. She just talking to me yesterday about it. She called me, Dad, should I sweat it out? How many hoodies and sweatpants should I wear? I said 1. She was wearing 3 of each and trying to sweat this fever out. I said, look, man, you're going to mess yourself up doing that. But I love that she calls me because then I feel good about that because that means she feels safe with me. That means she knows she could trust me no matter what.
Yeah.
And I love that about her because, again, whether her mom's there or not, she calls me also. Like her mom could say, yes, you could do something. She still calls me to make sure.
Right. That's good.
I'm 3 hours away because she wants to make sure I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I helped raise 4 boys, man. So I had to we dealt with all the fighting and holes in the wall and them tearing everything up. You know what I mean? Like emotions, like we definitely dealt with them because they all, boys, we just as emotional as women. We just taught to like deal with them better. You know what I mean? Women, they're taught to let it out and all that stuff, but it's a little different now, you know what I mean? So when they was growing up, it was a lot of fighting and stuff like that. And, I just try to make sure I be the father figure that every little boy needs, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what happens, I'm never going to be mad at you to the point where you just don't, you know what I mean? Like anything can be fixed, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It ain't no big deal, man. Just be a kid and live your life. Now they all grown as hell and it's crazy, but they actually doing their thing now. So I feel like we did a good job. Man.
Listen, they're living, breathing, working, taking care of their own, doing their thing. That's all you can ask.
Yeah.
Graduated, going to college, whatever you ever want, GED, whatever they did, as long as they kept moving forward. That's all you want.
Discipline wise, man, how was that? Having a boy and a girl, what was that?
I would both their asses.
I'm talking about.
I would both their asses.
Hell yeah.
Not gonna mouth, shit like that. Like I didn't play.
Even if you don't whoop their ass, they know that you will whoop their ass.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's right. Because when G's mom says, "I'll call your dad," instantly reacts, freaks out. No, don't tell him. Don't tell him. She knows what's coming then. She knows how upset I'll be. And
she don't like that when you upset.
No.
Man, that's how I was with my mom, man. Like I didn't like when she was disappointed. She didn't. I mean, she of course,
that's the key word. Disappointed.
Yeah, but we grew up a different way. So I got knocked upside my head. But once I got to about 15, the last time she fucked me up was when I was probably about 14. But then after that, it was just like the disappointment, and she could see how that affected me because her being disappointed was like that got to me more than anything, man. I remember I told her that too, man. Like, and like discipline, like boys, I think everything. I don't think nobody should really you shouldn't have to put your hands on your kid. Like if it initially, yes, but then that should let them know, like, I'm not playing with you. So, and I'll never hit you again, but I will hit you again if I have to. You're gonna get your ass whooped. I'm sorry. Like,
Oh,
I
man,
ain't
got
gonna
my
beat you with none of that. You gonna get your ass whooped though. I ain't gonna hit you with a belt, none of that. I got you. There's ways that we can do this without it being crazy. You know
Well, I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
I got my ass whooped with everything. Wooden spoons, belts, all that
Yeah,
shit. I got beat.
race car track was the worst. I remember the butt naked whoopings. I never
See,
the way I got whooped. I'm never whooping a kid like that ever.
oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
no,
just.
hell
I mean, it
no.
was old school. I mean, my grandma was say, "Go get a switch." You had to go get a fucking
And I
branch
used
and
to
get
hate
your
that.
ass.
Then I go pick the smallest switch, not knowing them the ones that hurt the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember those days, extension cords. The
And if you pick
extension
a big
cord,
one and it break it, like go get another one.
yeah, go get another one. But the racetrack was the classic. That's the one from our generation that everybody can relate to because we all had racetracks and everybody got their ass with their piece of their racetrack before. I promise you. It's like it's damn near a fact in our generation, bro. Like, so they like we can't discipline kids like we came up these days.
No, hell
I wouldn't do that shit. I like only some things, like as far as like how I teach, you know, and how I get my point across to you. Like some things that my parents did was good because that disappointment. If they know that I'm disappointed and I ain't fucking with you right now, that hurts them more than anything. I don't got to put my hands on you. Like I don't do that. Like my grandbabies, I don't even. I could never do that. Like I couldn't. Like it's weird. Like her sons, I never did that. I always said, babe, go get them.
no. Yeah.
18 years, go get them. You know what I mean? Like I ain't do that, man. I can't bring that into this. Like not the way we would, bro. We
You can't do the same.
I remember some crazy stuff as a kid, man. Like for real stuff that it's like, bro, if we did that now, we going to jail right now. For real. I remember being in the car in the front seat with no seat belts. Me and my
Get an
brother.
arm.
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to say. He
Arm.
arm out. Like I remember that shit.
Yeah,
Like
that saved everything.
hell yeah, and that's how we grew up, man. I remember when you fall, you get up instead of because you know now everybody's so sensitive, which that's fine. You know, I'll tell you if you fall, get back up. But now it's a little different. I'm not just gonna tell you if you fall, get back up. I'm gonna make sure you all right on the way up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make because that's what they left out. They get your ass up, man. Stop crying. Get up and do it at night. They just told us to get up. They didn't make sure we was okay on the way up. We could have been hurt over there. They never even paid attention to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, man. Like we grew up rough.
Arm bent backwards and everything.
Yeah, we grew up rough out here, man. Like for real, we grew up rough out here, man. Like it's just different now. Parenting now is like way different. Like even the way that you got to be. Because like I said, like you see, you got a 13-year-old, so you can attest to what's going on now and how you got to deal with the kids now. I really can't. I mean, I can because I got grandkids now, but they all little kids. They all little babies, man. They babies right now. They ain't oldest one 5, so
you don't know nothing yet.
Don't know nothing yet, man. Like with the girls, man. Like, which one was it easier with one or the other, or just the same, or it's just parenting? We just out here.
I don't know. I think they both were the same. Again, like I said, I had a system, and as long as they both were in that system, I didn't have a real issue. I mean, Don was more of, well, they both kind of are like screw school, but they get it done.
Yeah.
You know, but again, Don did his own thing. He always had his own stuff, and I told them both. I go, here's the deal with fighting.
Yeah.
You fight at school. I go, you do not start that damn thing.
Right.
But you damn sure finish. You damn sure finish, and you make sure they know not to ever do that shit again.
That's what I told Zay too. Like, man, don't be in there starting stuff with people, but you definitely don't let people hit you or do that. No,
hell no.
That's not how we rock.
You know, what's funny is there was an incident with Dom where this kid kept coming at him, and he kept telling him to shut the hell up, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
They come at Dom, turned around, grabbed him by his shirt ripped, and he popped him. And principal calls me, says some shit about it all, I guess. Says, well, you know, the t-shirt was like $50. I'm like, okay. She's like, well, if you could replace, I'm like, I'm not replacing shit.
Hell nah.
I go, what if that kid punched Dom in the face and messed up his braces at the time?
Exactly.
Are they gonna pay the $1,200 to fix that?
Exactly.
No.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, well, I'd ask him. I said, and they're gonna say the same thing I'm saying. No.
Yep, no, good. Like, I'm not doing that.
Hell no, I'm not doing that shit. That shit is stupid as hell.
Yeah, man, that's how that shit be, man. Like, it's just a little different now, man. You know what I mean? Like, you got to make sure you literally got to raise these kids now because of the internet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was raised, but we kind of grew up. We was raised a little bit, but we kind of just grew. Because I remember having to, like, my sister raised us a lot because my mom worked all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, she raised us and we was wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us had to raise our siblings and had to be raised by our siblings. You know what I'm saying? Now, the kids, they actually have the luxury of having both parents, man. I think that's
a good thing for them. I mean,
yeah, hell yeah. Now, dating wise, man, like, how you handle that? How you gonna handle that when your daughter start dating?
And she already talking to somebody, but
man, see, I don't be liking to hear that, man. I don't.
It's in the way it is, and I like how it is. You know, there's no bullshit. It's, you know, you're downstairs, doors open, stuff like that.
I was about to say doors open. I'll swear.
Ain't no locked doors.
Not shut that fucking door. I'm not go for y'all out. You better not shut that door. I know what I used to do when we shut the door. Ain't no shutting no damn door.
Ain't no locked doors. But yeah, Don was a different story because his girl he always was gone, like out doing whatever with her. G's more comfortable with being at home.
Mm-hmm.
She'd rather be there, not somewhere else. Even if she does go somewhere else, all right, she'll go, but she comes back. Like, all right, go see a movie, I'll come back. She doesn't like staying out a lot because she's more comfortable home.
Well, when she go to prom, we gonna have to be like Martin and Will and Bad Boys when Reggie came to the door.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
I'm gonna be Uncle Mike. I'm gonna be Uncle Mike. Bottle of Crown. I'm gonna be Uncle Mike.
Dude, that'll be like Den of Thieves. For 50 Cent brings him into the
That was a good one too. Yeah, that was a good one too. Dude was scared as hell too.
They didn't know.
That's what you gotta do, man. They gotta know everything. All right, man. Like, so, you know, one thing we always gonna be here for you. Like, if they know that, I think everything, you should have a good relationship with your child. You know what I mean? If they know that you always there, they can call you, they know they gonna get cussed out. You know, it don't matter, because if it's something messed up, you know what I mean? Even if it's messed up, they know they gonna get cussed out, but they still call you. I'd rather you call me than not call me. And I gotta find out another way, and you know what I mean? Like, nah, call me, man. How you know I can't help you out of this?
Listen, yeah, don't ever lie. That's what I told them too. Like,
that's a valuable lesson I learned. I could have been helped out of a lot of shit and didn't know it.
Yeah. Well, see, I did something wrong. My mom called the cops.
my mom.
We knew the cops, like they were family friends, so they.
Yeah. I was gonna say my mom ain't do that, but she did tell him keep him locked up. Don't let him out yet. I'll come get him in a few days, a week, whatever. I remember that shit. Hell yeah, my first crime, I was 9 years old. What would you do if your kid was 9 and got arrested because they broke into some shit and stole a bunch of shit?
I'm gonna break into his shit and take all his shit.
Yeah, boy. Boy, listen, I got my ass whooped. My mom, she beat the brakes off a nigga though. I ain't even gonna lie. She beat the brakes off of me. I was 9, and my dad, he hit me 3 times, and that was way worse than what my mom did. His 3 hits.
Oh yeah, of course.
Bro, I never did that shit again. I did other stuff. I still was getting in trouble. I just did other stuff. I wasn't getting in trouble for the same thing twice. That's one thing about me. No, bro. Once I get in trouble for that, I'm cool.
Done.
You know what I'm saying? Except for all that driving shit, because I ain't care about that. So I just look at the things that I've done in my life, and I'm like, man, I would not want my kid to do none of that shit. I hope that they ain't doing none of that shit. Please don't be doing none of that shit. Turns out they do a lot of that shit. You know what I mean? If you rate, but you just gotta rear them the right way, man. Like, they just gotta know that they got you. Like, I don't give a fuck what you go through, how many times you cuss them out. They always have to know that you coming from a good place, man. Like Tanya, she be cussing them niggas the fuck out, and I tell her, babe, you be snapping, but they always know she coming from a good place. It don't matter how much she cussed them out. They gonna still call her and tell her. I'd rather them do that, call one of us, than anything else.
Well, and that's the same way. Like, I might cuss you out later on. I'll come back and tell you, like, listen, you know, I was pissed off, but you got to understand. And they'll be like, yeah, Dad, I know, and blah blah blah. And even if you're like, when your kid's giving you a rough time, and it's crazy, and you're still taking everything from them, they're mad at you. They don't want to talk to you, say I love you, none of that, and they're just pissed.
That's when they kids you do all. Yeah, that's when they kids though.
Yeah, well, even when they're teenagers, sometimes they get mad. They don't even talk to you. You pick them up. They don't say no words to you. Don't say nothing. They just
don't
mad
like
at you.
that shit. I never like that with that. I'm glad they never did because they knew we don't play that shit, bro.
Well, see,
they just run around here just being silent and shit, nigga. No.
Well, it didn't bother me nothing. Fine, don't talk. That's unless I got to say something to you.
Nah, fuck
don't
that.
talk to me.
You can
if
do
I say
that.
something to you, know, you talk to me. But if you
that's
don't
what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what I'm talking about, bro. You got me
saying,
fucked up.
If I say I love you and you mad and you don't say it back, hey, I'm not gonna be hard pressed on you for it.
Yeah.
But later on in life, they understand and respect what happened and they come back at it because they know. They grow up, they start learning, man, she was right about this. She was right
right about a lot of shit.
I mean, I can say my mom was right about a ton of shit. Like
Hell
I was
yeah.
messed up doing some shit.
I wish I would have listened to a lot of shit in my life, but at the same time, I'm glad I didn't listen to a lot of shit in my life. It's just some little key points in my life because I'm glad my life went the way that it went. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned a lot, way more than I would have if I would have went and stayed in sports and did all that, played. Because I could have did all of that shit. I ain't even want to do none of that shit though.
That's you learned early. That way
I just
now,
did it.
now you know.
But I just did it. I was good at it. I just did it. I didn't care about none of that shit. Like, and I did want to be in the NFL or the NBA or any of that. I got scholarships for that shit and everything, but I didn't care about none of that because I just wanted to be I don't know, man. I just wanted to do it a different way, man. I learned a way more to going the way that I went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did. I learned a way more, man. I value shit way more. You know what I'm saying? Like I never just not give a fuck about nothing. Like it's just easy to do that when you rich as hell, when you had the easy path and play sports.
Spoon fed. That's
yeah, bro. I didn't want to be that. That was not my personality, bro. Like I'd rather earn that shit and get that shit down the line, man, because I know what's coming. I know my mentality. I know what I'm trying to do. But that's because how I was raised and what I seen growing up. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter all the crazy stuff I seen or messed up stuff I seen. I got a lot of lessons in my life that taught me a lot of stuff. And not even just from my family, just from being out in the world. That's one thing I can never take from the kids. Is like you still got to go out there and experience the world for yourself and learn stuff on your own and figure out things for yourself. That's why a lot of stuff they go through now, we always gonna be here, bro. But hey, go handle that. Go deal with that.
There's words for that. Trials and tribulations. Like you can go through that.
Hell yeah.
You have to go through it.
Mm-hmm. Everybody. Life gonna always be there until it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. So just got to teach them to deal with it, man. It's a lot of tools. You know what I mean? Now,
you got to know about the adversity that they got to go through in life because it's not all peaches and cream. Like you ain't just silky smooth your whole life. Like there's a lot of rough edges, a lot of cliffs. You either fall off or jump off. There's a lot of different things that go on. And if you could try to teach them and mold them the right way, they're still going to make mistakes. I mean, it's going to happen. But
now,
if they learn from them, that's where you come in like, damn, there we go. I did right here.
That's where it pay off at right there. If you know, but I remember when we was young, man, we'd go to our dad. We'd ask for some stuff. He'd say no. We'd run to mom and she'd say yeah. And then that'll cause a problem in the house. Your kids ever put y'all against each other like that? Because kids, we got a plan. You know what I mean? If one of y'all say no, we going to the other one. Like I remember.
I instantly asked, what would they say?
Yeah, hell yeah.
What'd they say?
What mom say?
And I'm like, why did she say no?
Yeah, because you can't just say yeah to a kid because a kid would be lying to your ass. They already got.
Yeah, I gotta know.
Did you ask your mom already what she say? And then I
didn't have the other thing. I didn't have it then, so it was my mom saying no, and then I don't have anyone else to ask. So it was just no.
Me too. I just had to.
Or I just went and did it.
Yeah, I just went. I always chose just go and do it. Even if she said no, I just went and did it.
If it's something I really want to do, I go do it anyways.
I was a dickhead. I ain't gonna lie. I disregarded everything because I always felt like I could raise myself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. I just, like, y'all taught me that shit. Like, y'all always made us do shit. Like, we always had to do shit and raise each other and shit. Like, I can do shit on my own. Like, I always felt like that, bro. As a teenager, everything, bro. Like, I always felt like that. And I still do. See you here and there? You still do. That's how I always been, man. I don't know, man. Like, and I learned a lot of shit on my own. Nobody taught me how to drive. I just got in the car and almost killed everybody and learned how to drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of shit that I learned on my own. Like, ain't nobody teach me shit. And I can honestly say that shit. Like I've got a lot of gems from people, but ain't nobody ever physically teach me nothing. Like I taught myself I learned everything from on my own. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't want that for nobody because it's hard like that. You got to go through a lot of fucked up shit and deal with a lot of craziness.
Yeah, see,
learn a lot of this stuff in life on your own.
Like when I learned my numbers, like the count stuff, I learned how to pool table and a dartboard.
Yeah.
Like my grandfather, like he had pool table and dartboards in his basement. So when I was over there, he's teaching me how to play. That's how I learned to count as we were doing that. So that's how I learned. I learned literally that by learning another skill. So it was still, it was like a double whammy in a sense.
Hell yeah, that shit helpful, man. Need that shit. I learned how to play cards, dominoes, like spades, all that shit. Any card game, all that stuff in jail, bro. Yep. Dominoes, everything. I ain't know how to play nothing until I went to jail, bro. But all my family play that shit. All of it. They all been since way back. They ain't never showed me just the basic shit. Like, you know what I mean? They just made sure we had clothes and food and went to school. You know what I'm saying? Like they loved us and all that stuff, but you know, it was just different times, man. Like it was different times. I swear, like that. If you really just look back on how we was raised to how shit is in the past 10, 15 years, it's completely different. Completely. It ain't even the same. Like these little kids, bro, it's this shit is wild out here now, man. I will kill a kid. Not literally people out there in internet. Not literally. So it's okay. But I'm figuratively.
These kids never had to, like, they all have cell phones and internet. See, back in the day, we had cord phones or cordless phones. We had to get off in an hour or whatever. We only had so long to be on.
Nobody no more. I don't agree with bullying today because they take it so serious. But man, bullying was a part of life, man.
It was.
Your character that teach you to defend yourself, all that. Because life is bullies. Work. You can go to work and get bullied. You can go anywhere in this world and get bullied as an adult.
It happens everywhere.
Able to deal with it as a child, how you think you're gonna deal with it as an adult? You know what I mean? It's people that shoot shit up and everything because they could never deal with bullying, man. Like it's gonna happen. Like it's gonna happen. That shit is gonna happen, man. Like you just gotta. That's the part of parenting. You gotta equip your kids with certain things. You know what I mean? You gotta teach them certain stuff. Teach them how to handle certain situations. You know what I mean? Things are gonna happen. I'm not gonna always be there, but this is how you can handle that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and bullying, I got bullied all the time because I was little, but the bully never stood a chance because I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna do whatever, I can crack on you, whatever. We doing jokes, I'm gonna let you have it. Like that's why I'm so good because I had to deal with that. You know what I mean? I had to because I was always the littlest motherfucker, but I'm popping off though. I'm telling you, like. When I was real young, like I was scared to fight because I was so small. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I ain't never really like we was all together all the time. Like it was always a bunch of us. So we was just jumping people and stuff. Like I ain't had to worry about doing all that. You know, then it came my first time I had to fight. I ran from the fight. I was probably like eight. I was probably like 8 or 9 years old, bro. I ran. I ain't want to fight. I ain't know nothing about fighting or none of that. Nobody taught me none of that stuff, bro. Like, and then, you know, one day it just happened and I'm fighting and I'm doing this. And now I'm just like, all right, it is what it is, bro. Like, little, I know y'all gonna be on me. So what you want to do? I remember when I got to high school, that was always my thing, bro. Like, if you really trying to embarrass me in front of everybody, let's fight. That was always my thing, bro. And nobody ever wanted to fight. So it's cool. You know what I mean?
Smacking somebody up.
But that goes back to how I was raised. Because my brothers, man, my brother Pernell, my brother Rick, the biggest, man, so 300 pounds, big, always been like that. You know what I mean? Like, and I always coming up, like, always had to deal with them. You know how big brothers is, punching you, laying on you. They used to lay on me, bro, and I'd be my lungs, bro, like, get off me. Like, I used to be ready to murder something. I'm telling you, bro, like I did. Like, I used to be ready to kill stuff. I'm telling you, because the things that I used to have to go through, man, because I was always so little. And it's like, y'all crazy. Now as an adult, you got me fucked. Yeah. I'll be the way that I am, man, because you crazy as hell. I'm never letting that happen. And it became a point in time where I had to let my brothers know, like, y'all got me, bruh. Y'all crazy. I'm 20-something now, nigga. y'all better get out of here with that, because they still was trying to do that shit. And then, you know, they told me like, you right, you grown as hell. We gonna leave you alone. We gonna treat you with the respect. You know what I mean? And they did. Now they do, and that is, it is what it is. Because, bruh, I almost shot one of my brothers before.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So
sometimes it comes down to that, though.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Don't play me. Don't play me, especially when I'm looking out for you. But see, the way I was raised, go back to the way I was raised. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't play each other like that. You know what I mean? So that's why it went, you know, got to where it almost got to, you know what I mean? Thank God he didn't come around, you know what I mean? And people kept me away from him. I had the right people around me. You know what I mean? That's the key. Having the right people around you. Because when you raise right, you can tell when the right people around you, right?
Yeah.
If you never see the right people, then how the hell you gonna know?
See, and that's another thing. Everybody say, you know, blood's thicker than water type shit. Listen, not all blood is blood.
Nope.
Look, I got friends that are more family than some family members. I mean, that's just how it works.
So good. That's a good. I like that. So I got a question then. So what is more important than the family you create or the family or your actual family?
Well, see, that's
but hold on, the family that you created is the people that you got to choose, that you got to choose to love, and these are the people that you chose. Which one?
I mean, see, that's tough, man, but I get it though.
Variables in there though.
There is. But see, you know, like your mother, your mother's always riding with you no matter what.
Right.
You know, certain siblings always ride with you. You have certain aunts and uncles, you know, cousins and all that. But I mean, again, if you go to like your friends, that group or people you meet, that's it.
Put it like this. You got your kids, say you got a wife. Is that family right there more important than your actual family?
Yes.
That's what I'm asking. Like if they,
yes, I thought you were talking about like friend wise. No, yes,
nah, not the friends.
Like right there, those kids are my kids.
Your actual family that you brought these kids in this world. You got to choose your wife. You love her. You got to choose her. You know what I mean? So you know you love her. So that's what I'm asking: is the family that you created, like that family, is that family more important than your actual family? Like, will you go
when it comes to headbutting and they're going against each other?
Yeah,
I got my wife's back and my kids' back. No matter
anything.
what.
Now I don't understand nobody that don't. It don't make no sense to me, because at the end of the day, this is my life that I chose, that I created, that I built. So you have to respect it regardless. I don't care if you got a problem with it or not. Keep that shit to yourself. Yeah. Don't tell me you can hate my wife's guts. You can not like my kids, but you better not ever let me know that.
I never disrespect
yourself. Don't ever disrespect me like that. Keep that shit to yourself. That's how I feel, because my family that I created is definitely, even if it ain't my biological kids, it's still my family that I've been with, that I helped raise, that I fucking, y'all are crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that matters, man. Like, just got to raise these kids, man, and do as much as you can to keep them away from craziness, which you ain't going to be able to do. But when they get to the craziness, they got to know how to handle it.
There it is. It's the skill set to handle.
That's the key. Shit. That's the key to all this shit, because you cannot keep your kids away from life. But when they encounter life, they got to have the tools. They got to be equipped with the tools to handle life. Because there's a lot of people in the world still to this day that's grown as hell, 30, 40, 50 years old, that do not know how to handle life. You know how many people I see that's older than me that's still doing the same thing, like still working jobs that teenagers is working and still doing it? Like, no, bro, I'm not. You got to want to do better for yourself when you get a certain age, man. Like, you can still do the same little goofy trying to be young shit, but once you get to a certain age, man, you got to cut that out. Like, somewhere down the line, somebody didn't raise you right, or they did raise you right and you just didn't, you know what I mean? You rebellious or something. You don't want to conform to that.
Listen, you could be rebellious. You can do all that your whole life. You just have to know when it's time to do those things.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
You can't go to every job and say, fuck the boss right away. Like, you got to go in there and know, hey, look, this dude's the boss. I got to do my thing to work. As long as he don't crazy disrespect me or try to get stupid, hey, that's it. Yeah, we're cool. I get it. You the man in charge. I'm going to do whatever the hell ever I got to do to get this paycheck done.
Yeah.
Look, I told every boss, because they've all tried to step crazy. And I tell them, hey, listen, here's the deal, dude. I don't care. I go, remember this. We walk out these doors and get on that street. you are no longer my
I'm gonna
boss.
whoop your ass.
If I
Right?
catch you somewhere and you still running that shit, I punch you right in it because I'm not
Yes,
gonna lose my job.
Yes, sir.
Like, I'll yell them right in front of everybody, employees, and they'll be like, "Why'd you do that?" They'll take me to the office. Well, why'd you do that? Look, dude, you came at me messed up. Why? Because I was walking back to my work area and I didn't run because break was over. Don't ever come at me like that. You know I'm a hard ass worker. Don't ever treat me like that because I won't ever respect that or listen to that shit.
Yes, sir. That's how I feel, man. You got me fucked up.
That's right. That's and that thing right there is huge to me because once I do that, everything changes with that boss.
Yeah.
He respects me. He leans on me then, like, hey, man, you know, what's going on? How can I help these other workers do better? Blah, 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 all this other dumb shit. And then I do. I help because now I got his respect, so I do all that stuff.
Yeah. And that's when you work too much right there. He got into some whole shit. That's when you know, like, this job's some bullshit, but I'm doing it because y'all pay me. That's when you know he got passionate about that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel it because I'm the same way. Y'all crazy as hell. Y'all crazy. And I don't ever be caring about none of that because the job ain't nothing, man. I'll get a job, man. We own some, we trying to do it to where we ain't even got to worry about a job. You know what I mean? They can keep those jobs. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, people out there with kids, man, just love your kid, man. Most importantly, teach your kids, man. You got to teach them how to navigate through this life. Do things the right way. When they encounter life, they got to be able to handle life and deal with life accordingly, because you can't run from life. You can't go around it. You can't go over it. You can't go under it. You literally got to go through it. It's just all about how you go through it.
It's your perception, how you perceive the life you're living, how others perceive you. It's all, that's all this is. Life is
all
built
this shit
on perception.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you perceive it and you think you're doing well and you feel good about you and everything going on, well then, all right, screw everybody else's perception.
Yeah.
Just do you. Like,
Just
that's how these kids need to know. Like, stop worrying about what he or she says or that dude over there or 5 dudes back there. Don't care about none of that. Care about what you feel and your loved ones feel about where you're going. Otherwise, screw all that shit.
Yeah, all that other stuff come with it, man. Like, people, you can't just go through life trying to obtain things, man. Things come with life. You know what I mean? If you just gotta love conquers everything, man. Like, so if you go through life with the right mentality, man, like, give everything a chance. You know what I mean? And I don't mean, people like to go to extremes and stuff. I'm not talking about extremes. I'm talking about just regular life shit. Give things a chance, man, because people don't want to do that, and a lot of people raise their kids sheltered. You can't shelter your kid from nothing because we got the internet. You gonna buy them a phone, they gonna see all of this stuff, and then they gonna be looking at you crazy because you lied to them about everything, and you kept everything away from them, and now they like, hold on, man, this nah, what is this? Then they ain't gonna know how to handle things because they never seen or heard of it. They don't even know what it is. And that's dangerous, man. That's dangerous. You know what I mean? Let your kid discover the world when they discover the world. Just, they just got to know how to deal with it. That's all.
They got to be able to experience stuff. You can't just hide them, shelter them from everything.
Yeah. And people be doing that, man. People be doing that. Now, these days, I don't know, probably not some. I'm sure it's still people that do that. But these days, kids be 5 with cell phones. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been like that for the past decade. Kids be 5, 6 years old with a better phone than a grown ass person. So know how to do everything when they 2 years old. Like, they can call you and everything. Like, shit crazy, man. But that's how it is, man. Like, things have changed, man. You just got to try to regulate as much as you can without being overbearing, man. Because I never wanted to control the kids. I just wanted them to know I will fuck you up. I will fuck you up, and I'm gonna
know that end game. Like, look, it's gonna come to this. This is what it is.
Be very disappointed in you, whatever the case may be. They just always got to know that you're gonna do whatever you want to do. Because I'm not gonna always be around you, so you're gonna do whatever you do. But you better do that shit the right way, because we don't know about it. So when you get older, you can have these stories to tell us, and we can be like, "Damn, nigga, I knew you was doing that."
Yeah.
Just couldn't prove it, but I knew you was doing that. Like, trust me, they be coming with all them stuff. Be like, nigga, I already know. I just never. Well, I wasn't gonna tell on you. Just as long as you ain't getting in trouble, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna do it anyway. Just don't get in trouble doing it.
Yeah.
That was always my thing. Like, I knew they was doing a lot of stuff when they was in high school and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But if you ain't getting in trouble, bro, I'm cool because you gonna do it anyway. They just got to know that. Like, so if you get in some shit doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing, you can call me because I know you doing it, nigga. Just call me, man. Like, I'd rather you not, but I can't stop you if I ain't there.
Yeah, I'd rather you call me, let me know what's going on, than all of a sudden it'd be some shocking surprise.
Mm-hmm. Or I got to come pick you up from jail or some shit because you didn't know how to handle a situation you was in.
Oh, yeah. See, Dom would be in the bathroom and call me and say, hey, I just whipped some kid's ass just in case you get a phone call.
Yeah.
I say, all right, as long as you whip them down and get it started, I don't care.
Yeah, you prepared for it. You ready. You already making phone calls. If you got to make phone calls, whatever you got to do, you prepared to, you want to
still do that now. When I know it's about to happen, I either call my mom or call somebody and say, hey, look, this is about to go down. I'm going to need you to get my car, come get me out, whatever. Just have waits ahead of time. Like, hey, look, man, this is some shit.
Hail to the mother.
Even though I try not to be involved in those situations anymore, but yes.
Yeah, feel that. So, man, just keep that in mind, man. Teach your kids, man. You got to teach them how to navigate.
Yeah, look, see, there's mine.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's how it should be, man. You should always want to be the first person, even if it's bad. I still want you to call me.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got to call me. I'm going to cuss you out, all of that, but I'm still going to be right there to help you. Don't worry about it. That's one thing they always got to understand, man, because that's where a lot of problems come in, where they feel like they can't come to you. They don't got nobody to go to. They can't talk to nobody.
And that's when they influence for them, and then it turns
everything. That person gonna listen. Yeah, that person gonna listen. Yeah, exactly. So keep your ears open, man. Your kids, they talking to you. They saying things. So pay attention to it, man. Some of that stuff is important. Most of it, all of it probably is important. You know what I mean?
I mean, sometimes they be on some bullshit because they don't like a certain way things are going.
There's still a lesson in that shit.
But I mean, again, don't ever neglect it. But again, they might be going against whatever the hell's going on because they don't like it. But you got to know when to decipher that. Yes. You have to know when that's the bullshit.
I use every opportunity to teach, whether it's good or bad. I'm getting something. You gonna get something out of this situation. Like, I'm gonna give you something you wasn't even thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna use every opportunity to think. You know what I mean? To teach. So that's what it is, man. And just love them and teach them, man. I don't even know what else to tell you.
Love them like no other and teach them every step of the way. Give them lessons. Every little thing can be a lesson. And that's just how it works.
Yep. Hell yeah. Good or bad, it could be a lesson, man. And man, pretty good, man. I feel like we should write a parenting book, man.
Parenting for dummies.
You know, we did pretty good though, but hey, it is what it is, man. But Relax Wednesdays, man. That's what it is, man. We just hang out, maybe be drinking a little something, smoking a little something, maybe not. No. But we always gonna have some good talk for y'all.
That's right. Good conversation, man. That's what it's about. Relax Wednesday. Just talk about some life shit in a good atmosphere, and then boom, learn something.
Short and sweet, baby. We appreciate y'all always. We will be back next Wednesday. We will.
All right.
We will be back next Wednesday. Make sure if y'all, y'all tune into the sports show, come through Monday. We be right back at it.
That's right.
Actually, Friday, because we're gonna finish.
Friday we're gonna do a little
round.
Thing on with a
short little first. Finish the first round, and then Monday we'll get to some recaps and all of that stuff. So appreciate y'all for coming by. See y'all next time.
Oh yeah.
Man Cave Podcast.